World leaders tonight are certainly hoping that diplomacy can prevent what appears to be an impending war on the Russia-Ukraine border.
Russian President Vladimir Putin hosted French President Macron for talks today, while President Biden is meeting with Germany's Chancellor. Our Lisa Adams got some expert analysis today from a political science professor at Penn State Behrend, who also was raised in Ukraine and has family there, Lisa.
Yeah, good evening again, Mike and Eva. Political science professor Lena Surzhko-Harned is concerned about European security and, yes, concern for her family in Ukraine. But she says she's not all gloom and doom or thinking World War III because of those diplomatic efforts underway. But we talked to some people downtown who are not quite as optimistic. As diplomatic efforts over Ukraine continue, Americans and our allies in Europe are watching the images that President Putin is creating very closely. Some tell us they find it scary.
Yes, I do think we're on the brink of another major war and on another, major strife for our country, but you don't know what to do at some point.
I'm concerned that in Central Europe there's going to be what could be a major conflagration that will spread all over the place.
Troop buildup along the Ukraine border is most concerning, but for Dr. Lena Surzhko-Harned, a political science professor at Penn State Behrend who is from Ukraine, it's just another step in the Russian aggression that's been going on for years and perceptions Putin wants to create.
His positioning towards the West, his all actions are about gaining momentum, gaining position of power, being able to negotiate on equal footing with the rest of the world.
She called the pre-Olympic meeting between President Putin and Chinese President Xi Jinping more of the same.
That image in Beijing that you saw is also a very powerful image among many others that we have seen. Whether or not that means that Russia and China are going to be cozying up to each other, there's a big question mark.
The professor said Putin's effort to fragment NATO have only created unity, and she's hopeful diplomacy may work.
One hopes that diplomatic negotiations will prevail rather than full-on military attack in Ukraine.
Now, through Penn State's Public Policy Fund, Dr. Surzhko-Harned will be hosting a series of online webinars, panels on the ongoing aggression in Ukraine. Here's some publicity for the first one. It's going to be Wednesday at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's called Ukraine in the Spotlight. The next one will focus on NATO, and you'll find a link on our website at erienewsnow.com. Live in the studio, Lisa Adams, Erie News Now.
All right.